Hey peeps, we're back again, and this time with something a little bit different. So this is the Dracaenian marginata, or the Madagascan dragon tree, or the dragon tree. It's a member of the Yucca family, or the marginata family. It's often kind of mixed up with the yucca, but it's not as thick and it looks a little bit different. So these ones come in I think a few varieties, and they look similar, but there's variations on the colour of the leaves. But the one I have here is the traditional one with the dark green and the slight red outline around the leaves. And you can see here as well, it's the same tree, it's just two different sizes. So I picked this one up from the local supermarket for €3, so I'm very happy with him. He's cute. He's a few months old, so I really don't have much to report. I'm just showing him to you. And this one is he's a little bit bigger, he's a bit older, and he came from a friend. And yeah, so I decided I'd like to have these in my home because they're good for purifying air, and they're easy to look after, they're beautiful to look at, and when they get a bit too long, there's something that I can have fun propagating, and again, they always make some lovely gifts. So yeah, the Dracaena marginata, or Madagascan dragon tree. So basic care instructions for these are, because they grow in quite hot climates, desert climates, they don't like to be overwatered. So overwatering these guys can be a common problem that people encounter. I mean, you can see here I gave it water a few days ago. It's just sat in normal pot and mix, but ideally it should be in something a little bit better draining, like cactus mix, or have some perlite mixed in there. I unfortunately don't have any at the moment, but when I do get some in, I will change that over and I'll make a video so you guys can see. But in the meantime, and this is kind of the mix, it's sort of similar. Again, I watered it the other day, same time as the other one, and this is the mix it came in. It's well draining. It's similar to this, but this one's a little bit heavier. It seems to be happy. I water it once this is completely dry, so when it's light and when I stick my finger in and it's just dry, then I know it's time for a water. But don't overwater it if the soil is still damp, because it will just rot the roots, it will die, and that's a shame. So with these guys, it's rather too little water than too much, and you'll be able to see. Obviously a normal thing is it will drop the bottom leaves, so this stalk here, you can see here all these little lines, that's where old leaves were, and this is how it grows. It's quite a slow grower, but yeah, that's how it grows here. And again, when you cut it, it will sprout from here, and you can see this is where it sprouted. This was an old branch cut off from the mother tree, and these sprouted and grew. It's kind of the same deal here, you know. You can see over the years it's been growing. And yeah, when you cut it, it always grows in threes. So if you were to cut this, then I think 2 or 3 would sprout out, and you can get some pretty crazy shapes. But this is basically the standard that you would see, or you'll see the candelabra shape, or something like that. Yeah, things to look out for if you're underwatering it is the tips. Let's see, well, yeah. This is damage that was on there when I first got it. It's basically underwater and it's starting to dry. It's changed that reddy colour. It's and when you start seeing this and the yellow and the browny colour like death, it's not on many leaves. and you start seeing that all over, then you know you've got an underwatering problem or just a general problem with the health of the plant. So just watch for that. It'll tell you if it needs something, whether it's more water or less water or more sun. I mean, they do like sun, but they can deal with minimum sunlight, but it's best to give them some filtered sunlight, and they have a few hours of maybe morning sun, but never afternoon sun. So they like their light, but not scalding, burning heat that will just burn their leaves or anything like that. So yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough for this this video. That's the Madagascan dragon trees. And yeah, I'm not sure when I'll do an update on these, because as I said, they're slow growers. But when something happens, like if I need to repot them or do anything to them, then I'll make a video and you guys can see that. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!